So have you ever looked around at the people in your life and you ever wondered if any of them are actually serial killers? It could be a teacher, your next door neighbor, or even a coworker, and you would have no idea that in their spare time they're secretly going out and murdering people. So in this video, we're going to be talking about 9 early warning signs of a serial killer and stuff that you can look out for. Hello guys, welcome to World of Crime. In this video, we're going to be discussing 9 early warning signs to look out for in somebody that could possibly be a serial killer. Now, experts have yet to discover a definitive guide for detecting serial killers, but there are some early warning signs that a lot of them share that you can look out for. Like one being a rough childhood or a troubled family history are both similarities between a lot of convicted serial killers. And also, a lot of serial killers tend to be smart with high IQs, which made them a genius and was how a lot of them were able to escape the law for so long. While there is still no simple thread of similarities, which is why police and the FBI have more trouble in real life solving crimes than they do on shows like Criminal Minds, there are some things that you can look out for. First thing would be antisocial behavior. Psychopaths tend to be loners, so if a child was once outgoing and talkative and all of a sudden he becomes shy and antisocial, this could be an issue. For example, Jeffrey Dahmer was a social, lively child until his parents moved to Ohio for his father's new job. There he regressed, allegedly after being sexually molested, and then began focusing his attention on dissecting roadkill rather than developing friendships. Next thing to look out for is arson. Fire is power, and power and control are part of the appeal for serial killers. They enjoy having their victims at their mercy. David Berkowitz was a pyromaniac as a child. His classmates called him Pyro as a nickname. He was very well known for his fire obsession and reportedly started more than 1,000 fires in New York before he became the son of Sam Killer. So if you know anyone in your life that is fascinated with fire, you might want to keep a lookout. Next one is torturing animals. Serial killers often start young and they test boundaries with animals, including family or neighborhood pets. According to studies, 70% of violent offenders have episodes of animal abuse in their childhood histories. Alberta Del Salvo, better known as the Boston Strangler, would capture cats and dogs as a child, trap them in boxes, and shoot arrows at the defenseless animals for sport. And as we know, a lot of other serial killers also had a history of animal abuse. It's one of the major signs that someone could become or already is a serial killer. Next is a troubled family history. Many serial killers come from families with criminal or psychiatric histories or alcoholism. Edmund Kempter killed his grandparents to see what it would be like, and later, after he murdered a string of college students, he killed his alcoholic mother, grinding her vocal cords in the garbage disposal in an attempt to erase the sound of her voice. Most of these serial killers come from bad homes with bad family history. Whether they're getting beat, whether they're getting molested or neglected, a troubled family history is something to worry about that can really change the mind of a child. Next we have child abuse. William Bonin, who killed at least 21 boys and young men in violent rapes and murders, was abandoned as a child, sent to live in a group home where he himself was sexually assaulted. The connection suggests either a rage that cannot be erased. There was also a rare female serial killer, Eileen, who was physically and sexually abused throughout her childhood, resulting in distrust of others and a pent-up rage that exploded during a later rape. She refused to connect on a human level with others for the fear of being rejected yet again. Next we have substance abuse. Many serial killers use drugs or alcohol. Jeffrey Dahmer was discharged from the army due to a drinking problem he developed in high school, and he used alcohol to lure his victims to his apartment where he killed them in a fruitless effort to create a zombie-like sex slave who would never leave him. Next trait is voyeurism. So when Ted Bundy was a teen, he spent his nights as a peeping Tom, hoping to get a glimpse of one of the neighborhood girls getting undressed in their bedroom. Now we know a lot of kids or teenagers growing up, they get curious and they can become peeping Toms. But sometimes you have to be careful because one of those peeping Toms could turn out to be a serial killer, and you really have to look out for that. Another one is serial killers are usually smart, like we said in the beginning of the video. While their IQ is not usually the reason why serial killers elude police for so long, many do have high IQs. Edmund Kempter, who we mentioned before, was close to being considered a genius. His IQ was 136, just 4 beneath the 140 mark that earns the genius status. He would use his intelligence to create complex cons that got him released from prison early after killing his grandparents, allowing him to kill 8 more women. And the last trait is someone that cannot keep a job. So serial killers often have trouble staying employed, either because they're their off-hour activities take up a lot of their time, or because their obsession have them hunting for victims when they should be on the clock. Jeffrey Dahmer would actually hide bodies in his shower, the shower that he would use every morning before work, because he was killing at such a fast rate. And that means that the serial killer can be so busy killing victims that he doesn't even have time to go to his job or even find a job. And that's kind of worrisome and something you should look out for. But those are the 9 traits that you should look out for in somebody that could potentially be a serial killer. I know some people that are normal and not serial killers have those traits. Just make sure you pay attention, because you don't want to become a victim to somebody in your life that you would never expect to be a serial killer. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe for more videos like this, and let me know what kind of video do you want to see next, and I hope you guys enjoyed.